Hey folks, and welcome back to another episode a day. This one is Final Fantasy XIV. I used to play a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, and I went on hiatus for like 7 months. Anybody who recognizes, let me get this UI out of the way, anybody who recognizes the outfit I'm wearing will recognize it as the final Red Mage outfit that you get at the once you've completed the Stormblood campaign, I think, or around about there. Well, I finished the Stormblood campaign anyway, and then for various reasons I ended up stopping playing at that point. I've only just decided to get back on because I wanted to hang out with some friends I haven't hung out with in a while, and they are addicted to Final Fantasy XIV. I love Final Fantasy XIV though. I've always loved Final Fantasy as a series, and the different creatures and lore that kind of connects all the different worlds but keeps them separate. Like the idea of black, white and red and blue mages, and various creatures that you can find, including mogs and chocobos and things like that are between the games, but each game is its own world. Anyway, I love Final Fantasy and always have, and so I like Final Fantasy XIV, and yeah, what do I say? Well, I decided to sign back up to it again today, after a very long hiatus, and I've got all this clutter in front of me, which I don't remember why I had set it up this way. I think this big old button thing here was because I was doing all this with my hands on the old number buttons, and then this was nice and big because these weren't as commonly used. I would click on them with the actual mouse while I was playing, and I think I was doing a lot of dungeons and stuff towards the end, so my UI is all set up to be like that. I think I actually have a UI set, but I don't know how to change it. That layout. Wow. Yeah, not that. I think you can save HUD layouts, and I have one which is for role-playing, because this is on the Belmung server, and Belmung is basically roleplay central for Final Fantasy XIV, and I love to roleplay, believe it or not. I like role-playing. It's a load of fun. It's good to get away and be someone else for a while, and immerse yourself in a different world, and play with your characters and stuff in that way. But yeah, so this is Eorzea. I pronounce it that way because apparently it is, according to player research and the little bits that Square Enix have given us, that is, Rorax kind of sounds somewhere between Welsh and German, and I very intentionally picked out her name like this, so it's only this name here that matters. This one is just because the game demands that you have a second name when you create a character, so I put Rax for Rorax, but this one, Eorzea, is Rorax for Autumn Judge. And she goes by Autumn in her everyday life amongst the non-Rorax folks. Everyone knows her as Autumn, and she is a Hellsguard, as shown by the red skin, and as a Hellsguard she kind of, her modus operandi, I suppose, like many Hellsguard, she became a merc. When she came of age, she travelled to Uldar and started doing mercenary work, but she's got very expensive taste. and she ended up like a bit of a patsy from Absolutely Fabulous, who is my aesthetic. Patsy as a person is a very broken person, but her aesthetic is, you know, she's constantly drinking, she's constantly smoking, but she looks fucking on point, you know? She's a, as they would say, boss bitch. And so is Autumn. And so I'm wearing my gear that I would go to dungeons and stuff with. It's not all amazing because I am way behind everyone else because I quit for 7 months. But it was reasonable gear when I got it. It still wasn't even amazing then. But in this game you have lots of like different gear sets that you can wear, and it really like encourages the RP aspect. When I started the game, I actually started as a Lancer, and then went with Dragoon, and which is why she has the cute as hell butch haircut going on, because she was a Dragoon. And the reason I stopped playing Dragoon is because Dragoon is really, 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 really hard, and it didn't get any easier with Stormblood, which is the latest expansion we've got, although there's a new one coming just around the corner, which is kind of why I've started playing again. But this is the RP set that I wear with her. It's all Shire stuff, and I can't remember whether this is on, yeah it is, it's on level with her. Shire stuff is on level with her. Her job level 60, because my job level as a red mage is 70. But Dragoon is really, really hard, and you've kind of got two modes of Dragoon. Either you can keep up, because Dragoon demands that you are like on point with your timing, or you're taking care of the floor. That's the community joke. As Dragoons, they guard the floor. They are floor DPS, which is to say that they spend their time dead on the floor. A really good Dragoon, like a Dragoon that can actually do their job, is really, 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 really valuable, because they output some of the highest DPS in the game, if not like, you know, the highest melee DPS in the game. But the problem is, being that good is really hard, to the point where I cannot achieve it, and so I just spend my time playing another class. When Stormblood came out, I changed to Red Mage, which is what I started off as in this video, that is RDM, or Red Mage. And Red Mage is more my style, because Red Mage has kind of a flow. It's kind of a if-then statement kind of way of playing. Like, if you've done this and this has procced, do this. And it's got a nice flow that way. And then it's got all these utility things here, like the Holy and Viflare and Manification and Veraze. All the Red Mage spells got Ver on the start of them for some reason. But yeah, that's I changed to that. You got your different stances. Well, you got your combat stance, which after a while your character will relax. And then you got your idle stance. So this game is all about dress up to me as well. Which is why, like, even though this gear is on level for this character, I've tried to make the spear, and this isn't the helmet you normally have. It's a circlet normally, but I've changed it to goggles because she's a Dragoon, right? She needs to protect her eyes. Her eyes need to be open while she's jumping around, and not being blasted by wind, because that would be horrible. So she wears goggles. And then I have the all-important strip command. This is very, very useful. This is so that you can strip down to nothing and start building up a thing from there, a outfit from there. And then I've got my mining uniform, which is hella cool, because that's one of my professions is mining. And then goldsmithing is my production one, although this one isn't an outfit. I mean, it looks ridiculous because it's just gear that's good for my character, and I haven't bothered to glamour it or anything. Then we have Red Mage, and then we have the all-important swimsuit, because you can go swimming in this game, and people like to have beach parties, so you got to have a swimsuit. Let's get rid of the UI so you can see that one properly. She's very, very cute. And then I have Conjurer and Dark, but the all-important BDSM costume. Because if you play this game and you do not have joke costumes, you're not doing it right. So this is my all-important BDSM costume. And the reason I chose my joke costume to be, well, I could have any amount of joke costumes, but the first joke costume I created was this one, and the reason I did that is because Rogadin are often seen as dominatrixes, and my character has quite a stern character to her, so yeah, it's a perfect candidate for that kind of costume. Anyway, I have never worn it for anything other than as a joke, and you can either trust what I'm saying or not. But then I have this I can't remember what they're called, Dark Warrior or Dark something. Anyway, I have Conjurer here and I have Dark Warrior here because as far as classes go, I wanted to have a healer role and I wanted to have a tank role, because this is DPS and this is DPS. So I wanted to have a healer and a tank role that I could do. But I haven't worked on these since I quit, right? So they are very useless. My Dark Knight is level 30. My Conjurer is level 21. So yeah. So, and then in everyday RP life, when I was playing the character, when I started moving to Red Mage, I had to set these up because these were gone for some reason, which is why they're on the bottom of the list. Set these up when I came back today, anyway. So when I started being a Red Mage, I started being a little more like Mr. Cool, right? Not mystical, Mr. Cool. And the reason I started doing that was because, one, the character design for Autumn is that she is just all about class, expensive taste, and being, you know, a bit of a feminine powerhouse, right? Patsy. So this is what I ended up with this one. And this is her RP gear before I left the game. This is a kudzu casting robe or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Unfortunately, when she's doing this, she's kind of got her face in the edge of the hood. Otherwise, it looks cool. But that is called a kudzu robe of casting, and it's basically the only part of the costume other than the gloves, because you can't see anything else. Oh, and of course, her amazing choice of necklace, earrings, and glasses, because she always wears glasses. She is got terrible eyesight, I guess. I've never really explored that part of her character. And then while she was a dragoon, she was more of like a business woman, right? She had the kind of pantsuit thing going on, suit and tie, trousers, etc, etc. So this is her kind of old. Oh, There's the wrong key. This is her old look. Get out of that light because it's blinding. There we go. She's got the heels. She's got the trousies. She's got the doublet. The fresh jacket and tie. And of course, the amazing choice of earrings and glasses. Although I think the earrings on this one need to be gold. And I just forgot them when I was setting the old costume up. But yeah, so that's my ridiculous character that I've just started playing again. I haven't even really played much today. I just kind of got my bearings before shooting this, which has been fun to shoot. I am currently in the old inn. I think the thing I was working on when I got on was this whole glamour system thing that they've got going on now. So we've always had glamour crystals. Glamour crystals is a way of making gear look like other gear. But they were always unwieldy and kind of hard to figure out for people. So they've created this system where you can actually like save costumes, and just for fun and profit, I've put my starter gear in here, which is the Rorax stuff. Now I won't actually apply this because that will actually glamour my entire character, which I don't want to do, because it will ruin her outfit, or any of the outfits that I'm wearing actually. And then I'd have to dispel the glamour, because you have to manually dispel it if you change gear. But I guess what I could do is I could create a gear list which is just some generic stuff, and then have that one as the one that I use to use plates with, called glamour plates, and you can access them from here as well. But to set them up, you have to use this thing and throw them in there. So yeah, this is like, you know, 15 minutes of me talking about Final Fantasy XIV fashion. But I'm an older. If I go out here, you'll see there's a lot of people role-playing. Because Older kind of is the roleplay hub of the game. Although I much prefer Limsa. Don't mind what you read down here, by the way, because there is some really dodgy roleplay on roleplay servers, and you will, like, if you roleplay on a regular basis on MMOs or on various things, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's always a subset of very vocal role players that get up to some nonsense, which is how I choose to describe it. So yeah, you can see, actually, that roleplay is encouraged, because you can have, this character here has RP next to their name, which means that they are in a roleplay mode. They're indicating that they are role-playing, and so do not interact with them unless you intend to roleplay, basically. And I've got this with the crown with the green things, because I haven't been on for a while, and it basically means, hey, this person's a returning player. I could change that to the roleplay thing, but I am not ready to roleplay again yet. I kind of want to do a little bit of a rewrite of my character and stuff like that. This is the Hall of Flames. This is where the Older army is, and my character's like a sergeant, I think, or the one above the sergeant. I can't remember what I am. I think I can look it up in here. Reputation, maybe. I'm blood sworn with the Vath, because the Vath are rad. I like the Vath. Profile, maybe? Yeah, second flame lieutenant. That's what I am. My city state is Gridania. And my name day is the 11th sun of the 4th umbral moon. And my guardian is Nimia the spinner. I can't remember what Nimia is or what she does. and stuff and things. So, Final Fantasy 14. Anyway, guys, I don't really have much else to show you today, but yeah, I guess I'm making this video to say, hey, I play Final Fantasy 14. Isn't that cool? Here is my character. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.